cloudy and kind of cold today. Not surprising, not many people are outside even though it's the weekend. And with that in mind, what did I read today? It's kind of interesting reading this one. Apparently there was a drone that actually hit into someone, and I guess the twist is they're saying it's kind of like a city worker or something like that that flew the drone. It says here, NYC worker flies drone into man riding city bike. Lawsuit. A drone has blown up this man's wedding plans. Amit Kumar, 36, a Queens native, was in town to tell his family he was getting married. But then he was smashed in the face by a drone, allegedly flown by a city employee, and had postponed the nuptials, according to Manhattan Supreme Court lawsuit. I know when I think of New York, I'm just remembering all those stories on how apparently it's super strict there for people to fly drones and all that. It says he was riding a city bike near Madison Square Park on May 26 when out of nowhere, a drone hit me directly in my left eye, slicing through it, he told the Post in a statement. Having been through several surgeries and with more to come, my vision is still significantly impaired. It has been devastating to me and my family. Kumar, a senior tax accountant who now lives in Chicago, was to meet his fiancée the next day and give his family invitations to their wedding. The drone, which Kumar contends is owned by the city, was being operated by Steve Bianco, 47, who according to See-Through NY works as a city health inspector. It's unclear whether Blanco was operating the device as part of his job or why he would have needed to. So as indicated, they're not sure if he was actually flying it for work. What comes to my mind is I'm assuming if it's a city worker, the person probably goes through all the legalities and so forth in terms of flying a drone and stuff anyways, I would assume. But if that is the case too, it kind of shows you as well, it doesn't matter how much you try to regulate it like crazy, which is a topic there in New York, I believe. Accidents are going to happen. It's more about how are you going to deal with it eventually versus trying to use over-the-top regulations and so forth, saying, oh, this will prevent it from ever happening. That's just unrealistic. For example, I believe it was in New York where there was a piece of a building or something like that fell off and it killed someone, and they were saying if they were just able to fly a drone and inspect the building easily, they could have prevented this from happening. So again, you need the balance, not over-the-top stuff that make no sense. And without that about drone and how so many people are afraid of it, like an aerial one, this one was kind of funny to think about, where this is a ground drone, I would say, correct? And apparently it's a food delivery drone where normally it goes autonomously trying to deliver stuff, I would assume. And in this case, it was kind of funny because in this video, there's this food delivery drone going, I guess, across the block. There's a police tape line. That means stop normally, but for some reason, I guess this thing just decides, nope, I'm gonna finish my job. You can see it basically at first stopping, like, oh no, there's obstacles and so forth, but I don't know who those people are, reporters or something like that. They just let it through, like they open the tape, and it seems like the cops, when they see it, they're just okay with it, just going by as well. Can you imagine if this was an aerial drone? So many paranoia and stuff like that. So with the types of arguments people make in regards to a quote drone, for example, oh, it's spying on you, going into areas where it shouldn't and so forth, why are people so okay with this? Is it just because it doesn't quote fly? I would imagine it has cameras and stuff all around it too, correct? In terms of trying to navigate where it is. So why aren't people worried there? Oh no, it's taking pictures of me and so forth too. Or in a more extreme example, some people are worried that every recreational drone out there could carry bombs and so forth. Why aren't you afraid this thing could be carrying a bomb and all that? It doesn't make sense. I just find it funny again how the police even see they're like, okay, whatever, let it go and so forth, as well as everyone else. Of course, if you're someone who's grown up with the tech, then more than likely you'll be more comfortable with it and not just based every decision irrationally, for example, based on movies and all that. I guess with this though, more kids will be introduced to things like drones potentially. How about this one? This one says, teacher petitions for drone racing at Texas high schools. Seeing how students responded to drone pilot competitions at her school, a San Antonio area teacher is gathering support to persuade the University Interscholastic League to make it an official state academic program. That sounds like it would be a fun class. It says the San Antonio area teacher was amazed by the teamwork, engagement, and drone flying skills the teens developed during the project. I had other students that I had never seen look at the drones and be like, oh, this is so cool, she said. So then that got my thoughts spinning. How can I open this up for even more people? She is now petitioning the University Interscholastic League to add drone racing as an academic competition for any Texas high school students who wish to participate. Sanctioning the activity would make it more uniform and help schools get funding, she said. If approved, a pilot drone competition would be added to the state's academic programs beginning next August, according to Dunnigan's proposal. The first contest would be held in spring 2023 for high school students in any district that wishes to participate. I think that's great. Makes you think too. Over-the-top regulations, imagine that. Flying around a tree outside, visual line of sight, illegal, etc., etc. Or imagine a likely scenario, which I believe happened to a certain extent. Oh no, flying in a controlled airspace. Doesn't matter if you're that low, you're flying an aircraft there, illegal. Just another example of just people making, I guess, rules and stuff that make absolutely no sense in practicality, and in my opinion, it doesn't really do much in terms of safety. Alright, see you guys later.